Okay, so we are live. We are live. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. And today is day number 1 out of 4 days. Because you could grab me, you could catch me on the Zoom live. You could also grab me or catch me on the live via the event itself. So the ones on Zoom, you could come in and ask me a live question. Feel free to do that. I want it to be interactive. So that's what I'm planning to do. Have it interactive as much as I can. So the ones who want to just stream on Facebook, you could do that easily. And for the ones who want to come on to Zoom, there is a link on Zoom. You could come on and hang out, or you can just catch me on the live event page. I'll also stream it and most likely on the Facebook group as well, because my goal is to just share my stuff with you, and hopefully you can learn a trick or two to actually make it in the health, wellness, fitness space. So that's that. My goal to you for the next 4 days is to show you how I was able to make over 18,000 plus per day in fitness and nutrition. Most people don't believe it's possible, but I'm telling you, it is possible. And that's my goal. My journey is to show you that. So the whole quest is this. What I'm going to share with you, you could use it for both good and evil, and I hope you use it for good, because the information is so powerful that you could kind of, think about doing something evil, but the goal is not to do anything evil. Quick disclaimer is what I'm sharing with you is not no get-rich-quick stuff, but what I'm sharing with you is stuff that since implemented, you start to see massive changes in your business, and that also means change. So that's the cool thing. When I started this whole thing, I started it originally for me, and I wanted to be able to pay the bills. I wanted to be able to pay the car note and even maybe take a vacation once a year. That's the reason why I started really diving into this area of trying to understand this whole thing. I was asking myself, could a personal trainer make 100,000? Now that's many years ago. I said, could a trainer make 100,000? And what inspired me was a guy I personally knew. He was a personal trainer, and he started in New York City. He got an opportunity to rub shoulders with some of the big names in New York because he loved music and he was, always in studios. He started to train some of the biggest names in the music industry, like Puffy and Mary J. Blige, and the list goes on, 50 Cent and all these people. And he was making well over 100,000 a year. And I said, if he could do it, I could do it too. And all this stuff motivate me to really push ahead. And one of the strategies that worked for me the most, I have many strategies, but the one that is killing it, it's what I'm going to show you over the next 4 days. My goal is to persuade you that the only way for you to be extremely successful into health, wellness, personal training is through mass conversion. It's converting people in masses. That is the key to really crushing it. And I will show you exactly how to implement it throughout the course of this 4 days. I'm trying to give you small nuggets, small bites. I'll give you an assignment, go try them out immediately after each single day. So it's not just me talking, it's me sharing and you implementing at the same time. So that is what to expect. You may want to know, who am I? And I'll share that with you and why I'm so passionate about this. Well, my name is Joel Olivier, and I love health and wellness. I love fitness a lot. I've been doing this for over 2+ decades. I know I don't look that young, and that's good. The light is catching me really nice on this side. That's why. However, I enjoyed a lot. I started doing martial arts, and that kind of gave me into the ropes of loving fitness. And I can just go back in time when I got my first, high school actually. In high school, I wanted to lift weights and stuff because I live in a really tough neighborhood in Brooklyn. And if you look like a pushover, you would be bullied a lot. And so I said, I don't want to be bullied. So I was lifting weights, doing martial arts. So I look kind of tough just to survive the hood of East New York, Brooklyn. Anyone who knows East New York, Brooklyn, that's the one of the toughest place in the country to live. Well, back in those days. Now it's more gentrified and changed a lot. And, you know, those stuff took me to the next level where I wanted to know more about fitness. I remember my coach in high school, he told me, hey, Joel, I could see you're passionate about fitness. I could see in the future you doing something or doing some kind of profession in fitness. I laugh at him because I wanted to study aviation originally, but not realizing this guy prophesied on my whole life. Now I'm living, breathing health, wellness, fitness my whole life. I got my first gig when I got my first certification. I got my first gig was in Bally's gym back in the days. I don't know if you can remember Bally's. So for those who know Bally's, that was like the leading gym, #1 gym in the world. I worked there as a personal trainer, certified personal trainer. And the thing is about it, it's all I had a certification and I love fitness. It was kind of clunky trying to learn the stuff and trying to feel comfortable. So it took some time and I got people to mentor me and show me. And I see the value of mentorship, somebody showing you, because when you get into it, you feel funny and you make a lot of mistakes, but having somebody who could support you, smile with you, show you how to overcome obstacles is the fastest way to actually succeed. And that's what I got. I got some people who was really good in the game, showed me the stuff. And one guy particular, I don't know if I should call his name, but yes, let me call his name. His name is Keston. He worked in sales and he told me, Joel, one thing I see about you that you have is the gift of gab. You could talk. He said, that is one of your greatest personality. And that's one of your biggest strengths. He said, because in life, if you could have a person as a friend, you don't need to sell them on whatever, because friends buy from friends. And that stuck with me for life. It's understanding that this whole thing of fitness is getting customers into your thing, but not trying to be salesy or sleazy and feeling yucky, none of that. It's to make a cool transition from prospects to friend to client for life. And I learned that over the years, and I had a privilege at Bally's to be both a personal trainer and also sales, doing sales membership, and I moved into sales management and a GM and area GM, etc. That is my backstory. But when I really hit a wall is when Bally's was going through some financial issues and was closing down the location. One of the locations they closed was mine. So I had to figure out a way. I still wanted to do fitness, but I needed to pay the bills. So I drive taxi in Brooklyn at the time and still looking to do my one-on-one training just to make ends meet. I got more certification because I believed getting more certification, you could actually charge more, but realizing it was a whole lie. All you needed to do is be able to get the customers, the clients who believe in you to buy your stuff. And that's what I realized many years later. And that's what I'm going to show you today, why I observe over all these years of experience, the key for you to really crush it is mass conversion. I tried many things under the sun, and some worked, some didn't work, and I'll share with you exactly what worked for me and how you can apply. So most people, when it comes to fitness, struggle with that part of the business. Because as personal trainers, nutrition coaches, we are good in what we do. We could transform somebody's life, get them healthy in record-breaking time. Would you agree? We could also agree that there's a lot of people on the Instagrams of the world who are not as good as you, messing up people, and you're like, what the hell are they doing? We are much better than them. We are passionate in what we do. We are really good in what we do. But we suck at getting the client, selling the client, retaining the client. We suck at that. We're good at the fitness, nutrition part, the wellness part. And that's what I realized that I needed to dive into. So although I hit that wall, I said, I need to do something, because if I don't do something, I wouldn't be able to survive in Brooklyn, in New York City, expensive city. So what I did is I said, okay, enough is enough. I need to figure out how could I make money, real money. So I started to learn marketing. And that time was classic marketing. So like direct marketing, like direct response marketing. I started to learn copywriting back in the days, which is now becoming a thing of today. Learn copywriting. I learned how to build my own website. And I'll tell you the reason why I learned to build my own website. I studied marketing, copywriting. What else I study? I study a ton of fitness and nutrition and wellness stuff. I still wanted to dive into that because at that time, I believe having the search was the key. That wasn't it. I had a conflict again when I was learning all this stuff about marketing myself. Would this work for me? Would this really work for me? And what I observed is I didn't thought it would have worked for me. I said, it could work for you, but I don't think it might work for me. And that was my internal conflict in my head. It was working for some of my friends. I see those making money. They had clients. I didn't have enough clients, and I had doubts in my head. And those doubts is self-inflicted doubts. I was thinking because I look brown skin, I have dreadlocks, you know, I'm originally from the Caribbean, who will buy from me? Although I had few clients already, but I had all these weird trash talk in my head, not believing that I could do it. And I know many people struggle with that same kind of weird thoughts. And that's what I observed was holding me back. But it's when I went to a friend of mine, she invited me to a seminar in the Jacob Javits Center in New York City. And I listened to, what's his name again? Robert Kiyosaki, or whatever his name was, the guy who wrote the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And he was showing you this difference between mindset, and something clicked right there and then. And I said, you know what? That's it. And I continue saying, you know what, I had to change the thought process in my head and just believe that I could do it. And I started to continue learning, I continue studying. And as I learned, I tried to implement. As I learned, I tried to implement. And I was doing a one-on-one selling thing. And I was bringing in so much clients. Yeah, but I had to divide my time. I said, okay, this is the time to sell, this is time to train, because I was getting so much clients down now. I was just focusing so much on training. On selling, I couldn't train enough. And I was burning myself out. That year that I applied all the stuff, I made approximately like 175,000 that year. Really good year, but it sucked. It sucks a lot. You know, and let me make sure this stuff is plugged in and I don't get cut off by no means. Hold on. Because I observe it's not plugged in at all. Let me see something here. So now we are plugged in. I told you I made the money, but you might think, wow, Joel, you make a lot of money and you're living in New York, that's why. But I'll tell you, it sucks because I didn't have time for my family. I have a little kid at that time, a girl and a boy. And I didn't have time to be home at all. I was just working from 5 in the morning to almost midnight every day. And it was affecting my health. I started to dislike what I was doing. All I was making money. And I said, it have to be a better way. It have to be a better way of doing this. Yes, I can make the money, but putting on myself is a no-no. So what I started to do is I started eliminate as the clientele started to come to an end. I stopped I stop activating it for further training. And I eliminate them and I try a different approach, which I'll share with you today. I said to myself, I need to be able to sell a lot of people, yeah, and work less time. And the first thing I did was what I'm going to show you now. Is getting people who are willing to pay your stuff. That's the first secret that you need to find out. And I'll show you those steps today. So get people to buy your stuff. Yeah, Joel, but nobody knows me. I'm in a small town. I'm in a different side of the world. Yeah, you live in New York. That is head trash. As I said, I went through my own little thing, and you might be doing the same. But let's break that. Let's break that today. What I'm going to share with you, you could apply it wherever you are in the world. And if you're not in New York City, right, you'll crush it even more because they don't know about these stuff. So you'll be the only shark in that swimming pool, put it like that. And so how to get clients to pay for your stuff. And first foremost, I'll share 3 of them. And maybe if we have time, I might throw in the next one. Let me make a note there. Okay, good. So the first one is know where your prospect hangs out. Most people, they don't know where to go to find clients. They don't. And that's a big problem. That's why most trainers, most nutritionists, they throw in the towel after a certain time because they cannot sustain themselves. They don't know how to get a client. I once heard a story where this man used to take his son out to fish every Sunday, and they used to just throw the reel out and sit down and talk. But the son over the years started to dislike it. And the reason why is because they don't catch no fish. So the dad wanted to figure out what he could do to still create that bond which he had with his dad going and fish every Sunday. So while in Walmart, he met a guy and he was talking. There was this local community like place that is a pond where you could pay a fee, come in with your reel, and it's a catch and release. So there's a ton of fish, different type of fishes, and you could go there, pay a fee, pull out your reel with a bait and catch your fish. That was the brilliant idea. So he took his son, they went to pay the fee, put a bait, threw it out, and that whole day was catching so much fish. He enjoyed that experience that every Sunday he go and create his bond with his son, catching fish. Time out. Although I just tell you that story, and that story resonates a lot with me, could you see why I'm telling you this whole story? Is because for many of us, we are like that little boy throwing out our reel, trying to see what will work, and nothing is happening. So we're getting frustrated. We want to give up. We are doing 2 jobs, Uber Eats or driving Uber just to make ends meet, still trying to do our thing in our health space because we have passion in it, but we're just not getting enough clients. What if there was a place that you could just throw your reel with the right bait to get your clients? Yes, it is possible. But first, you need to know where they are. There's many different ways for you to know that, and I will share that with you right now. There is a place, there's one platform you could go on right now. You could Google it. I want you to Google it. Go and Google it right now. It's called SimilarWeb. Yeah, go on Google SimilarWeb right now, and let's look. I'm going to do it with you so we can do it together, right? Typing in SimilarWeb. Let me share my screen so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Let's share the screen a little. Where is my screen? SimilarWeb. Could I see the screen? Let's see it. Oh boy. Right here. So I'm going to share the screen so you can see exactly what am I talking about. So SimilarWeb it's a platform where those big guns, the big companies in the health and fitness space will go to use for their own marketing purposes. Let me break it down more simple than that. That's a lot of blah, blah, blah. Let me break it down. You see, big companies like the Crunch of the world and the Equinox of the world, the big guys, they have millions of dollars on their marketing budget. They have a whole team doing the researches and figuring out where the prospects hanging out and how to find them. And in return, they spend millions of dollars just to get the clients in. However, you and me could use this same, we could go and actually peek and find out exactly what they're doing, where they're getting the clients, where the clients' prospects live, and we could replicate the same or similar thing. So, for example, let's just say your target, you have a local gym, you want to find out where to get the prospects and stuff. Let's check out Crunch. Let's see, Crunch. Crunch. Okay, crunch.com. Crunch Gym. Or we can use Equinox. Any one of them is cool. But Crunch, let's put in Crunch here, and you can see right here in display, you could see exactly what's happening here. Crunch is total visitors per month is 1.6 million. So you see they're spending money to get the amount of views, eyeballs. And if you look, the bounce rate is okay, fairly okay. The people are spending up to almost 3 minutes on it. So all that is good. But here's where the stuff started to get juicier. You could even look and see over the months how it graduates and it continues climbing. So you could see detail. You could see the exact regions that they're getting the most target audience. See, country target, United States, right? So let's go a little further now so you can get more information. Take notes. This is to take notes. Crunch audience, the demographics are women is 51%, right? 51.45, right? A man is 48%. So you can see there's a little more woman that is looking to achieve or looking for crunch, looking to lose weight or feel great. So you have an idea now. If you're thinking about who I should target, man or woman, you could now choose which one is best for you. You kind of getting an idea what's going on from a sneak peek. Not only that, you can find out the age. So say, okay, I'm targeting women, but which woman should I target? 9 to 99? Well, you could get an idea here. You can see the bulk of the people who is actually looking to sign up is between 25 years of age to 34 years of age. Time out. Could you see how valuable this information could be for a personal trainer, a nutrition coach, a wellness professional like us? This could be a game changer. So you figuring out now, okay, I know demographic, there's men, women, more women are looking for this within the United States. And within the United States, between 25 years of age to 34 years of age, they're looking to buy my stuff. That is good information. So now we know our pond, like where all the fishes, now we're gonna get a little more deeper. So you're finding out here, they're using news outlets, shopping. So I think most likely they're also using stuff like Google AdSense, right? Which is the next thing, but we will dive in a little more. They also show you some of the similar websites and stuff like that. But let's go down to some more nitty-gritty. The top marketing channels they're using that they're getting most of the stuff is search. It's search. So most likely it's keyword search. They're keywording stuff in and they're finding crunch. We will dive into some of those things like keywords. You might remember that before the end of this today. The next one, that is the biggest one, is direct. They type in crunch.com. So meaning they did something with their branding to make people know them a lot. And that's what we will dive in more into tomorrow, is how you could use their strategy with bootstrapping it to actually make big impact in your little sphere, in your little world. You don't need to reach 1 million people. You just need to have 500 to 1,000 diehard fans, and your life change. I'm talking about 7 figures. Yeah, that simple. I know you still kind of wrap your head around it, but I'm a testimony that you can make it, and I'll show you all these stuff. If you have questions, feel free, drop the question in. We have Lena. Lena, I hope that's the name. I pronounced it well. Pleasure to meet you as well. Thank you for dropping in. If you have questions, feel free, keep them, and I'll answer and address them as well. I hope I pronounce your name properly, right? Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Okay, cool. So now that you understand search is a big thing, so it's keywords, let's dive in a little further down and find out more. So look, the top keywords by traffic search: Crunch Fitness, gym near me is 2.9 thousand people, gym near me, and they are able to drive traffic to them. Crazy, right? Just imagine you now saying, okay, you're gonna do the same thing, which I'll talk a little about a little later, the same thing, and you just get 1% of 1%. Your life is changed. That might be an average of 5 to 10 people a week in your business. That's crazy. But again, let me just go back because I'm so excited about this. We don't know what we don't know, and what we don't know sometimes hurt us. It keeps us on Struggle Street, on the number 41 struggle bus. That's how it is. But when we know, we now get excited of the possibilities that we now have. And that's what I'm excited to show you guys. Right. So we're talking about all this stuff, how you can find out where your prospects hangs out. That's the whole thing. Where the prospects hangs out, to getting some ideas behind it. You have some referral traffic, where they're getting some referral traffic from. This service, again, you could get a quick glimpse, some free stuff by having a free account. But if you want to find out more nitty-gritty, you can have a paid account with them. I'm not any affiliated with this company whatsoever. I'm just showing you some tools out there that you could get some information on the competition or similar companies like yours. So that's that. Okay. They're actually getting traffic coming back from insurance. Wow, look, they're getting 4% coming from insurance, different insurance companies like UNC.com, that's for some of them, and some other public records, and directory. Most people don't believe that directory is a thing, like Yellow Pages is a thing, because that's the thing of the 90s. But people still look at online directories. So I always tell trainers, you need to know where these people go in or where they hang out so you could be there and be one of the people to put your hands out and people could choose you. Directories is the next place that you could put your service in, online directories, so you have more chances of more people knowing who you are, what you do, etc. And they come to you. So directories, you're using some directories. Let's look further down. Some display ads, that's what we're looking at. They're not really showing you much here because this is free, right? But look at this. They're showing you the exact ads they're running. So could you see that you could use the same thing? Okay, we take out the logo, yeah, we remove the logo, you still put you put at whatever color brand you have here, you put a little box over on the side, the same thing, but different. Start today for $1 down. It may not be a month. If you're a one-on-one trainer, it could be $1 for one session, $1 for 1 week session. 1 week could be 2 sessions, it could be 3 sessions, it could be 5 sessions. But could you have, I don't know, just think a moment. Is your brain just starting to spin with possibilities, how easy it could be. It could have, win a free year. Let me tell you this. This strategy, win a free year, have been working for over 30 years, since I'm a child. I did it as well. I would, which I'll talk a little about later, but let me just talk a little. I used to do that as an old strategy, letting people opt in for a free year, and I get a slew of people. I'll talk about that a little later on. So these are some ideas you could get. You could see clearly where the most of the social media traffic is coming from. They're coming from Facebook and Reddit. What? Reddit? Yep. They're using Reddit and they're getting, what, 31%, almost 32% of traffic is coming from Reddit? Wow. So you can see where, again, the whole goal today is to show you where to get prospects who are willing to pay. These guys already spend millions to find out where they hang out, where the pond is with the fishes or the clients. So they're telling you Reddit, Facebook. So now we're saying, okay, I could go on Reddit, create an ad, get people into my world. Easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, whole day. Okay, let's move on. So you get an idea of this. Again, we could continue going down and I could break it down a little further there and stuff. But again, this is a free platform, but you could also pay for further more information. So let's go on to step number 2. So the secret of the day is getting clients who will pay for your stuff. I show you where they hang out. I show you there's tools out there. There's many. This is just one out of many that you could use to figure out where they hang out. So tell me something. Was that information informative? Could you see the possibility? Well, when I first learned about this stuff, it's like, in my head, I was super excited. I said, okay, I can make the 200,000. Yeah. And I didn't hit it, as I told you, the first year I did 175,000 or so, but I get really close to it. The following year, I crushed it. I killed it. I'll share more about that later. The second thing that you should know is know exactly what it's searching for, right? That is something that is overlooked. We don't even never maybe thought about it. The gurus out there who say they're help personal trainers and shit, they don't even talk about this stuff. Bunch of balonies. I always say, I'd rather take advice from somebody who's in the trenches with me, or somebody not only in the trenches, but is much more successful than me. That is my personal advice. I take from at heart. So I don't take people who just tell me they're gurus and shit. F that shit. Are you in the trenches with me? Do you have a physical business, either in person or online? If not, I don't want to hear your shit, as the Italians just do. Yeah. So I want to talk to you about the keywords and search and stuff. Most of our prospects out there, they are searching for us. Yeah, they are. They are going in and typing in stuff like, as we saw, gym near me. How could I lose weight? They might be saying, how could I lose 40 pounds in 3 months? These are the questions some of is happening in people's head. Could water help me lose weight? What is the quickest diet for me to drop the pounds and still look good? They have many questions that's going on, and you have to kind of say, so what are some of these questions they have in their head? One of the tools that are out there that is absolutely free. Oh, you know what? I'll put a note of that because something just came to my mind I think you need to know as well. Right? The tool that is free for everybody is Big Daddy Google. Big Daddy Google have a free tool that is called Keyword Planner. Yeah. So let me see if I could go on it. I'm doing this live with you. I just put like some bullets. I didn't really plan it out. I just know these are some of the stuff that you need to know. And I'm doing it live on the fly with you so you could see exactly what I'm doing. Google Keyword Planner. Okay, let's see here. And then I'll share my screen with you. Google, choose the right keyword. Okay, I'm just signing in so you wouldn't see my password and stuff. Because I have a ton of accounts. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Let me share my screen again with you so you can actually see what's going on. I'll fix it. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Submit. Okay, cancel. Okay, tools. Okay, let me share my screen so you can actually see what I'm doing, and that will make a little more sense to you. Share screen. Let's see here. Where am I? Share screen, share screen. I can't see the screen. Okay, where the hell? Okay, this is, I believe. I have a ton of screen here. Okay, so now I'm in Google Keyword Planner. Just type in Google Keyword Planner and it will come up. You log in and you go in this little, there's a little icon, like a little tool. And when you come in here, you just look around. It cannot miss it. It have a lot of stuff going on here, but I'll try to keep it simple. These stuff I think is vital, which I think I could talk about some other time in the future. But we're going right on the far left when it's planning. We're looking at Keyword Planner. We click that bugger. Let's see here. Did it work? What happened here? Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Discover keywords. Get search volume and forecast. Organize keyword into groups. So let's look at this one first. Discover new keywords, because you're not sure what the prospect is searching for. Why is this important? Is this? If you know what it's searching for, you can put yourself right there. Right there. So I just search let's say for example, personal trainer for hire, nutrition coach for hire. You should be smack right there. So let's just type in some keywords. There's so much stuff in health and wellness, but one of the big popular ones is weight loss. So let's see what might be going on. Discover some new keywords. Let's see. Wow. We get 798 potential keywords. Again, this is very generic. I just put one broad stroke, but you can really get nitty-gritty. So lose weight fast. In 1 month, over 100,000 to 1 million people typing that in Big Daddy Google. Crazy, right? Crazy. So what I want you to do now, type in that word, go in Google search and type in and see what comes up in your search. Is it anything informative? Is it something that will really help your prospect achieve their goal? If not, you need to be there. You need to be right there, because if it's 1 million, you're not asking for 1 million because you may not be able to handle 1 million people or even 100,000. But just say you get 1% of that 1% and you get 100 people. How would that change your life? Your family life? You're right, you can see the picture, right? So let's look at some of the words and stuff they're looking for. They're looking at fat burners. Most likely be looking for some supplement, anywhere from 10,000 to 100,000, right? Diet plan for weight loss. Weight loss diets. They're looking at these kind of crazy stuff. Noon diet. You saw that weird noon drama happening lately. And you could increase the search to 500. So I'm just scrolling down. Let's see here. So we go in a little further down. We have belly fat. Best way to lose weight. 10,000 to 100,000 per month. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. But what about the people who take the surgery? Who are looking to take surgery? That competition is very low. What if you could persuade the people never to take the surgery and use your protocol, your strategy, your stuff, implement it so they can achieve their goal because they're now looking for a quick fix. They're in so much pain, they rather go and take surgery. What if you could just place yourself there, just a change your thought pattern, drive them to your place? You know how much it is for most of those surgeries? $25,000. So they are now contemplating spending and investing $25,000 in their health. They don't want to die. What if they spend that $25,000 with you? Okay, say, Joel, that's too much. What if they spend $5,000 with you? $3,000 with you? Would that make a big difference at the end of the month? Pay the rent, some bills, maybe save some money as well. And they're just talking about one person. What if it's 4 people, 5 people? Ooh. I just hope you could start to see the possibilities here as wellness professional, nutritionists, personal trainers, how we could crush it. And this stuff, these gurus and these people out there not sharing the information because they're afraid that if they share the information, they're competing with other trainers. Bullshit. I call it out. There is less of us. Wellness, and I'm putting all of them together. Wellness people who doing the massaging, the Reiki, the basketball coach, the martial arts trainer, the yoga instructor, the Pilates, the personal trainer, the group X, the spin coach, the nutrition coach, the dietitianist. Us combined is not even cracking 1 million of us. And within health and wellness, if you even cut a small sliver of a niche like weight loss, for example, there are more people in the weight loss space looking for us than there are us to help them out. If all of us help everybody in the world or in America alone, let's say for America, we had to open multiple locations. We had to hire tens of thousands of people just to supply them. So sharing the information with you is, to me, is help. I'm looking for help. I'm looking for personal trainers, nutrition coach to be on the team so we could go out there and just kill it. Because this profession, I love it a lot. Many people, they know I went to school originally to study aviation. Yeah, I'm a kind of science geek, but while in college, I was still discovering and wanting to know more about nutrition and fitness, and I got a ton of certification and over the years, I learned a lot, and I'm sharing them with you. I'm sharing it with you, my ups, my downs, and I'm sharing with you what is working. And I hope you could see it and just try to implement it today onwards. Today is all about getting prospects to pay your stuff. So knowing what is searching for, just basic stuff, and this could go on and on and on. You're talking about weight loss foods. You're talking about weight loss programs. Almost 100,000 people are looking for weight loss programs. That's you. That's me. I'm just saying this is just one niche, right? We're talking about best diets to lose weight, or 100,000, and the list goes on. Look, weight loss exercises, 10 to 100,000 per month. And you're just scrolling down and you're just seeing they're going on and on and on. So you could even go here and it's say competitive, like how competitive it is. And you could go from high to low. So let's go low to high, right? Let's go low to high first, right? Let's go back up. So you're looking low to high. You could even bid on other people's stuff, right? There's a lot of these people who already have a name. You could even bid on this stuff and get some of the traffic coming your way, right? And these are some clever things you could do, which I could share with you later on. But I just want your eyes and your minds to be rolling and seeing the possibilities of what you could do for you. All this stuff is low, meaning there's nobody competing in that space. Or if there is, it's so low, you could come in that space as well and crush it. And crush it, as I said. So think about that. Look at this one. This is somebody else's program. People look at over 9,000% interest. Interest is looking for it. Competition is low, low. And that's what I like to do. To have a lot of them out there that is doing the thing already, like P90X and all this stuff. And the competition will be so low, but they're getting thousands of people. You could put yourself right there because they're searching for something and just sway them. You just need the crumbs. The crumbs, that's all you need. All these low competition, I'm going there. I'm going and take it. I'm going to just make it happen for me. And the same thing you could do as well. So now you know what are some of the search stuff they're looking for. That is good. That is really good. Now the next thing is to figure out what they want to buy. What they want to buy. What I see happening with fitness professionals for years, nutrition professionals for years, wellness professionals for years, what we do is we go and we create our course or program or services, and then we try to bring them in to buy our stuff. I did it, so I'm talking from experience here. But as while I was talking to clients and I always trying to serve them really well, I get to realize that's the wrong approach. The approach is this. It's to build, instead of trying to fit them into your box, it's to build a box around them. So you figure out what they want to buy first. So for example, what I did was this, and then you could do the same. I went and I figured out, okay, this is my crowd, this is people, this is what they're searching for. They're searching to buy weight loss programs, right? But what type of weight loss program they're looking to buy? This stuff was going on in my head, and so I went and asked. I created a survey, and I did test it in social media and also paid ads, and I got my answer. These people wanted a coach. Well, for the market I was looking at, they wanted a coach to, the most of them, the part that went for me, they wanted a coach who could actually motivate them, be live with them. So they wanted in person, and then they wanted it online. So that split was a winner for me. I said, okay then. So if it's such, locally, I could get all the people who are interested to come down to my place and get my stuff. And for the ones online, because it was a tie, I could now create that stuff and go live and demonstrate and be there with them and achieve their goals. I wasn't going to create what I think is best for them, what I think. I was not creating the program that they wanted. And when I did that, and I go out and I said, hey, this is what I have. I saw you looking for this stuff. And if you're looking for this, this is it. Click here, go and buy there. The amount just go out the roof. It's going like crazy, crazy. Again, my goal is to show you how to get the clients. And the key is mass conversion. And I'll share that with you. I have a lot to talk about. I think there's not enough time in the day to really share everything, but I'll try. I will try my best. So now that you have an idea of what they're searching for and you understand, okay, I need to figure it out. How could you figure it out? One of the key ways is creating some form of survey. If you already have prospects, ask them. Hey, I'm just curious. And you ask them that question. How could I be of best service to you? How could I make this experience much more better for you? Ask them. if I was to create a program like X, Y, and Z, what will I need to have in it for you to want to take it or buy it or enjoy it? These are the kind of questions you should ask the client or the prospects, and you will get an answer. And when you get that answer, now you craft your stuff around them. So that's that. The next thing is now you have all the stuff, you know where they hang out, you're understanding what they want to buy, the keywords they're searching for. And why I talk about keywords and all this stuff is because when you find out the keywords and where they are, you could kind of figure out what type of people they are, the lingo they speak with. Because, for example, for a moment of time, I was just dealing with a lot of bankers, those big hedge fund and those stock exchange bankers in New York, and they speak a certain way. They have a certain type of lingo and slang with certain things. And because I know that, I could use the way they speak for me to communicate with them so they understand that I understand them. So knowing the keywords they're searching for, the lingo, how they speak, it'd be vital for you to start getting them into your world. Is this making sense or what? Please, I would like to know if it's making sense. If it's making sense, just say yes, and I'll move on. Please, if you have any questions whatsoever, save them, because my goal is to answer all of them throughout the 4 days. And at the end of the 4 days, you should have what it takes to do exactly what I'm doing in results wise, even doing the same, similar, or even better. That's my goal for you and my wish for you for 2023, because I want to impact and empower as much personal trainers as possible. My goal is to impact 300,000 personal trainers. So if you're on board and you're on board with this movement, bring down a friend, share the love. Let's get this word going out. Let's empower each other. It's time for us to get together, share what is working with each other. So in return, we could impact the world, especially in this crazy time, but you know what's going on. And yeah, we need to help people as much as possible be healthy. So the last but not least, so I share with you those 3 things, and I promise there's 3 things, but I think I'll share 4 or maybe 5, I don't know. The 4th thing is, now you know all this stuff, you need to be able to craft an offer that they will buy. So you know what they want to buy, you know what they're searching for, you know where they hang out. Now crafting this offer. Again, we know what they want to buy. So how are we crafting this offer? And the offer usually have a lot to do with perceived value. That's it in a nutshell. Perceived value. It's not the price. Forget about price. You might say, no, Joel, but my clients wouldn't pay for this and that. Lies, lies, and more lies. Listen to this. There is 3 types of cars. There's a Mitsubishi Lancer, a Lexus, which is also made by Nissan, and we have Lamborghini. The cool thing about all these 3 cars is they all start with the letter L, but that's where everything began and stopped, because all 3 of them have 3 different markets. There's a big market for Mitsubishi Lancer. And then there's a huge market for Lexus. And then there's the next market for Lamborghinis. They all have their audience. You know the difference between all 3 of them? Yes. Perceive a value, because they all do the same thing. They drive A to point B. They all have navigation. They all have steering wheel. They have fairly the same things. 4 wheels, doors, same thing. They're made with fiberglass. They all have V8s, V6, V4, 4-cylinder. Same thing. Same thing. It just perceived value. So when you're crafting an offer, you have a lot of that to consider. Perceive value. So now we had to ask back and step back for a moment and say to yourself, what makes me different from everybody else? Again, you're not competing with your fellow personal trainer or nutritionist. No, no, no. It's what makes you different. And I always say this. What do you prefer? Do you prefer to be one out of many sheep? Or do you rather be the sheepdog? I'd rather be the sheepdog. Or if I'm part of the herd of the sheep, if they're all white sheep, let me be that black sheep. If they're all black sheep, let me be the red sheep. I prefer that. And that's the thing, is you have to consider in your mind what makes you different. And I'll give you some ideas to play with when it comes into creating the offer. It all have to do with identity, who you are. I use where I'm from, the color of my skin, my accent to make me me. I just absorb who I am. I'm the guy with dreadlocks from Brooklyn, from the hood, from the Caribbean, with this cool accent. I use that as my advantage. So now the people, right, that I'm sending this message to, the ones who is attracted to me, my personality, who I am, they are my ideal clients. Before I give them the offer, they're attracted because people first buy you, then they buy your offer. So me being me, my style, I attract my vibe, my audience, my tribe, they come to me. Then I know it's easier now for me to just give them the offer because we have something in common, or there's something about me they just like. And if you like me, most likely you'll buy from me. Period. Right? Period. And that's the goal. So if you have pink hair, let that stand out. If you like that little punk rock vibes, let that stand out. Be you. I have a friend in New York. She has this kind of punk rock vibes about her, tomboyish, and she represents. And she have this thing called Badass Woman. That's the slogan of her shirt. And she get all these women saying, yes, I'm a badass woman. And she just get women out of the wazoo. Her place is full all the time. Just be you. So what is your thing about you? Right. Now you figure out that, I want you to write that down. What about you could stand out? Is it where you're from? You're from Nicaragua, Honduras? I don't know, wherever you're from New Orleans, wherever you're from, you just make you, your accent, make your personality be that first pillar and identify that. Now we identify that. Second thing we're looking at is, what are your specialties? So this is a kind of tough one because many wellness, nutritionists, personal trainers, we want to serve everybody and their mom. Would you agree? Yeah. They want to serve everybody. They want to serve the 9-year-old who mom say, hey, I need my 9-year-old to lose some weight, to the old lady at 99 years old with a cane. We want to serve everybody. But I don't know if anyone ever read the book Think and Grow Rich. Yeah? If you have never read that book, it is a book you should read. Is where this man, the richest man in the world, Mr. Carnegie, paid an individual to interview the richest people in the world and find out what they all had in common. And what he discovered, there was like approximately 16 traits they all had in common. And few of them stand out to me. And one was they had a mentor, they acquire, which is one of the biggest ones, they acquire specialized knowledge. So when it comes to your offer, you want to be rich, take the advice of Napoleon Hill and the interview he did with all these millions. I took it at heart. So I get specialized knowledge. Get specialized knowledge in a thing. So you could be the only shark in your little swimming pool. You don't need to be, not everybody needs to know you. You just need to be micro famous for a small group of people, and you will have a different lifestyle. Whatever you want to do with your money is up to you. You want to buy new cars, new house, that's up to you. But for me, I want to know I could put my daughter in the best school, and I know I could travel as I like. I don't need all the fancy stuff. I don't like the bling blings. Again, I came from the hood, so if you have bling blings, they could take it from you. So I don't like too much bling bling and stuff. But what I'm trying to say is having specialized knowledge is one of the keys to crushing it in this wellness, fitness, nutrition space. So think about, what do you enjoy? Where could you specialize in? Are you dealing with only mommies, newborn mommies who looking to lose weight? Or are you, look how more niche I'm getting, or are you looking to focus on mommies between 35 to 40, late mommies, who may have more struggle to lose the weight? Or we could even get extremely biased now. You could say, I only want to deal with mommies, I only want to deal with mommies between 35 and 40, right? Having the first baby, and they're Latinas. You can get that specific. And the thing is, you becoming that household name in that space, all you will service those people and they will love you continuously. So consider being specialized in one thing and one thing only. And by you doing that, now we could go about crafting the offer. And the offer have to deal with the time and duration. What are you promised to give them? So, okay, let's break it down simpler. The people are buying from you because they want you to solve a problem. So that offer is promising that when you get this, I promise you to get that. That has to be clear in the offer. The second thing in the offer has to be clear is support. When you come into this program, the support is between this time to this time. The next thing you have to have in your offer is a guarantee. You have to have a guarantee if you're looking to make it in the health and wellness space, and that guarantee is whatever it have to be. Money back guarantee, results guarantee. You should have a guarantee always. I have this crazy guarantee because I know my stuff. I know if a person is doing X, Y, and Z, they will achieve this type of goal. So by you knowing these stuff, you could now craft an offer to give them. So, okay, I talk a lot today. I talk a little more than an hour. And I have actually some training to do in a little while. I have more to share with you. You know, I promised 3, I give you 4. I want to give you more. Yeah, I want to give you more, but I think I'll save it for tomorrow. Tomorrow, what I'll show you now is you understand all this stuff. You know where to find the clients. You understand what they're searching for, what they want to buy. And now you understand you need to create an offer, and many of it had to do with the personality and making sure you have a guarantee, and the promises had to be laid out clear to the people so they know that journey, how long it will take, etc. So that is clear. Certain things you need to know is what are the strategies to get the clients in your world? How to sell them on your services without being salesy, right? Some other tools you could use to figure out what are the latest trends that is happening, because the cool thing is not just knowing what they want to buy, but sometimes capitalizing on trends is vitally important, and you can make a killing on that. I'll show you that as well. Then I'll show you one thing I did that actually started to make me think about this mass conversion, because I know that's what you want to figure out, and I want to share that with you a lot. So today I share with you all this information. All this stuff I share with you is stuff I did, especially when it comes to offers. Being myself, I targeted certain niches over the years, from bankers to just, I did also the Asian millennials in New York City. I targeted them as well for a long time because I realized it was underserved. Nobody was serving them. So I went there. I was the only shark, just eating up as much as I can, and I just crushed it. So I'm just sharing with you things that have worked for me in my fitness, my nutrition business, and I know it could work for you as well. Implement it. Go and figure out now, what are some of the words they're searching for your thing, your niche? Just go and Google Keyword Planner. Go also and check out, okay, where they are hanging out online. I share with you a simple tool you could use. There's many out there, SimilarWeb. Go check it out now and play with it. Get some ideas rolling, because from tomorrow, we are pushing further faster. If it was any day supposed to miss out, was today, because tomorrow it'll be a game changer. You'll love it a lot. So look out for tomorrow. I'm thankful for all who came and joined me today. We had some people live with me on Zoom, which was really nice. And I like that a lot, all the questions. Let's see, I have, what is the name again of the book? Oh, the book, Think and Grow Rich. Let me put that, I'll send you that information later. She asked me, what's the name of the book? The book was Think and Grow Rich. I think you might like that a lot. And from there, again, I'll share with you some stuff tomorrow that will change your way you think about fitness and nutrition and wellness forever. Today was just scrums. Tomorrow, we're going to do nitty-gritty stuff. We're going to do more hands-on stuff tomorrow. So prepare for that tomorrow. Again, thank you so much for joining me. For now, what I would like to know is, what is the biggest takeaway you got from this session today? And also, what are the stuff that you would like me to talk about and share with you so it could be impactful for you over the next 3 days again from now. Until tomorrow, peace and success in your fitness and wellness and nutrition and anyone into this space, peace and success in your business.